Assalamualaikum dear students. This is Iftikhar Ahmed, your computer teacher. Today our topic is the fourth generation of the computer. Since in my last classes we have been talking regarding the generation of a computer, I always have tried to repeat the previous class. So for a few seconds we will talk regarding the generation. In my last class I told you that the generation that means a period that means a time of the development of the computers, where the computer gradually increased their speeds. So today we are going to start our topic, which is the fourth generation of the computer. Now, in the first generation, the vacuum tubes were used. In the second generation, the transistor took the place of the vacuum tubes because of its size that I already have told in my previous class. You can see in my page. In the third generation, the ICs were used. The ICs were added with the transistors. The ICs boost the computer's speed. Now, the topic is fourth generation. In a fourth generation, the microprocessor were used. The fourth generation starts from the 1971 till present. From the year 1971 till present, that means now. The microprocessor, the fourth generation, can be characterized by both the jump to monolithic integrated circuits, that means the millions of transistors put onto one integrated circuit, and the invention of the microprocessor, that means a single chip that could do all the processing of a full-scale computer. That means on a very single chip, all the transistors, the millions of the transistors were put on a single microchip. By putting millions of transistors onto one single chip, more calculation and faster speed could be reached by the computers. Because electricity always travels about a foot in a billionth of a second, the smaller the distance, the greater the speed of a computer would be. In this fourth generation of the computer, time sharing, real time, network, distributed operating system were used. The main features of the fourth generation are microprocessors. Microprocessor is the name micro. Processor, that means a brain of a computer. In the first generation, the computer size was bigger enough. Now it could fit in the palm of your hand. That means your chip is on the hand. That is why the fourth generation is called the microprocessor generation. These computers were also very cheap. Because of the low cost, the people were available to buy the computer for their home or official usage. Portable and reliable. The word portable, that means you can take the computer to any place. As I told you, in the first generation, the computer size was bigger enough, so you cannot take that computer to any place because it was taking around 2 rooms and more people were using. While right now, the fourth generation, the microprocessor, is now able to put your computer on your hand and you can take to any place from one to another. Use of PCs. The word PC, that means a personal computer. As I told you, the first generation, there was not a PC, there was a bigger size of a computer. You cannot take that computer to any other place, but the PC, the personal computer, you can take to any other place. Very small size. Due to the very small size, the computer is now able to take or to use or to put on any table, and normally you can use. concept of internet was introduced. Here the network, the concept of internet. Nowadays, the people are using the internet that is also called the network. That means the interconnect globally with all the people who are living in the world. Now you're interconnect. You just became able to connect in this generation in the year 71.